Where in the world is Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin? The Denver Broncos offense struggled mightily to stretch the field vertically against the Seattle Seahawks. The wide receiver play was extraordinarily subpar, from bad route running, slips, guys just not getting open, guys not getting separation, guys dropping balls. It was a complete experience of bad wide receiver play. And the Broncos need somebody to step up and be a true number one receiver in that room, because right now Courtland Sutton is not playing at the level of a number one receiver. At bare minimum, the Broncos need somebody who can stretch the field vertically and give Bo Nix an option deep down the field. Right now, the Broncos have two guys on their roster in Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin who are speedy receivers who have the ability to stretch the field. The problem is, neither one of those guys are really seeing the field. Marvin Mims only ran 8 routes during the game against the Seahawks, and then Troy Franklin was not even active at all. I know a lot of people in Broncos country are wondering, what gives? Why are these guys not seeing the field more consistently? And I'm here to provide some context to that, and I'm not exactly justifying Sean Payton and company not putting those guys out there, but I want to at least bring things to the table from their side of things and maybe see if it could at least make a little bit more sense. When it comes to Marvin Mims, he really struggled last year with his route running. He only had a 42.3 percentage success rate versus man coverage on his route running, and a 69.1% success rate versus zone coverage. Both of those are well below league average. He wasn't getting open consistently on anything aside from go balls. And sure, you could argue that this offense could probably use just that straight line vertical speed. I understand that, but if all Marvin Mims is going to do is run clear out routes and run go balls that he'll occasionally get a touch on, I can sort of understand why Sean Payton may want to limit that type of exposure. And this year, it's just become clear that at this point, they don't trust Marvin Mims. That could change as the season goes on, and to an extent, it's going to have to change. I expect it to change, but right now, only running 8 routes in the game is very indicative that the Broncos don't trust Mims. Now, why that is, I don't know. Is he still struggling with his route running? Is it something in the classroom? Is he not picking up formations, when and where to go in motion, just basic stuff about where you're supposed to line up, stuff like that? Is he not picking that up? I don't know. Is he still just struggling with the intricacies of route running? There's clearly something going on here with Marvin Mims. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but there's a reason why this coaching staff is not comfortable trotting out their second-round pick that they traded up to acquire. Marvin Mims was drafted to be a key speed element in this offense, and the Broncos were so confident that Mims was going to take that next step forward that they went out and they traded away Jerry Jeudy. And to this point, Mims has not risen to the occasion, and it's very frustrating. I don't know what is going on behind closed doors, but it's pretty apparent something is, because the Broncos just don't trust Marvin Mims right now. As far as Troy Franklin's concerned, it's kind of a similar issue to the extent where I think he's still trying to pick up the playbook, all of the motions, where he needs to line up, just all the basic stuff that goes with Sean Payton's playbook. It's a very complicated playbook, especially for the wide receiver position, especially being like the Z that you're hoping maybe Troy Franklin could eventually become, because he's the guy who has to go in motion. Where does he go in motion? What's the timing of the snap when he goes in motion? Also, these young receivers have to learn all the hand signals from the quarterback. They've got to learn that the quarterback doing this with his arm means run a fade. The quarterback rubbing his nose or rubbing his eye means you're supposed to run a stop route. Just little stuff like that. Those are all signals that young receivers have to pick up, and there's definitely a possibility that right now guys like Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin are struggling to pick up these signals, and that is a reason why we're seeing more veteran players like Cortland Sutton, like Josh Reynolds, like Devon Vele, who is a rookie, but he's 26 years old and he's played a lot of football, so he's kind of also somebody I'd throw in that veteran category. We're really not seeing these really young players get on the field yet, and it's because I think they're still trying to grasp everything that they need to learn about this complicated Sean Payton playbook from the wide receiver perspective. Again, a lot of motions, a lot of shifts, a lot of blocking assignments. All that stuff is not easy to learn, and it doesn't come overnight or even in one season. That's apparent with Marvin Mims likely still struggling with that kind of stuff here in year 2. Now, you could definitely argue that wide receivers coach Kerry Colbert should maybe bring these guys up to speed a little bit quicker and maybe microwave this learning process a little bit, or simplify some of the stuff that wide receivers have to do. That's certainly possible. But at the same time, it's also on Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin to be able to mentally pick this stuff up, and hopefully as they do, we will see them on the field more and more as the season goes on. I don't think Troy Franklin's going to be a healthy scratch all season long. I think we will see him at some point this year. It's probably not going to be until maybe towards mid-season at earliest. As far as Marvin Mims, he's just got to get out of the doghouse. Whatever's putting him in the doghouse, he's got to get out of it. It's that simple. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think the Broncos should increase the utilization of Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin? And are you confident in their development at this point in time? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. And also, today's video is sponsored by Whitebeard Signworks. Use code BS15, link in the description down below, to save $15 off NFL team logo LED signs just like this one. Alright guys, and until next time, I'm your host Gage Madrid, saying peace out.